What is going on, fire signs? It's Nye from Undeniable Things Tarot, and I'm back with another weekly message for my Instagrams, my Instagrammers, my annihilators on Instagram. But yes, if you guys like what you see, like what you hear, make sure you guys book a reading, like, comment, give me a follow, repost, reshare, do what you gotta do. All the information to book a reading is going to be in the description box below. And the links are also in my bio. You can also DM me if you have any questions as well. But let's get into it. Okay, so let's see. What is the overall weekly theme for the fire signs? What is the vibe for the fire signs? Alright, so we have Imagine. So this talks about creativity. This talks about being a visionary. This talks about manifestation and, you know, maybe even being a little bit delusional. Because you have some type of creative visionary that you see for yourself. You know, if you can see it, you can believe it. If you can believe it, you can do it. And if you can do it, you can have it. I don't know if that's how that goes, but it's something like that, okay? So let's see. What is the message for Aries? What does this have to do with the Aries this week? Okay. So that joint wanted to spin out. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So it looks like you guys will find a way to heal from something. And it has to do with creativity. So there is a creative way to solve a problem or to heal from something. Some of you guys, if you feel heartbroken, you need to write it out. You need to write it down. Maybe write a book about it. Write a song about it. You know, do something. Have some type of outlet where you can be creative to vent. You need to creatively vent. Maybe you're painting. You're creating something. Some of you may be doing that this week, Aries. This kind of reminds me of this lady who, it's like we create opportunities out of pain and we don't even realize it. Like the whole reason why I started to do tarot is because, and I started my tarot business was because of pain, and I was able to relate to other people who are dealing with things that they need clarity on. And even within myself, a lot of the clients that I was getting was reflective of what I was going through. So it's just, you know, this lady, I was watching this show called Soft White Underbelly, and she basically had a miscarriage, and the guy divorced her because she had a miscarriage, and then she was homeless and all this crazy stuff, and she became like this like very well-known, well-profound relationship counselor. She created a business out of her pain. So there's something here that you may be able to create, but it may be initiated through a painful experience or something like that. But you guys could be starting that you guys could be starting that journey this week. All right, so let's see. What is going on with the Sagittarius? What does this have to do with Sagittarius this week? What does this have to do with Sagittarius this week? What does this have to do with the Sagittarius collective this week? Okay, so Sag, I'm not gonna lie. Sagittarius, this could literally be delusion. Okay? So you may be being delusional, and not in the most productive or mature way, Sagittarius. So some of you guys could be creating a scenario that doesn't exist, or it's like some of you guys may be feeling hurt because you hurt someone, and it's just kind of like, I don't really know if that's like the vibe. Like, you know, like some of you guys are maybe not taking responsibility, and you may be being a little bit delusional about the part that you played in a situation. So I don't know. Sag. I don't really know. This is kind of like, I'm just giving an example. It may not have anything to do with this, right? But this is kind of like cheating on someone and then getting upset that they cheated on you. Or this is kind of like, I don't know. It's like it kind of gives like delusional. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sag. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio as well. But your emotions seem a little bit all over the place, and not in the most like mature way. So I don't really know. I feel a little bit like spacey. I don't really know how to read that. I don't know. Y'all need a book of reading. So let me see. Let me reshuffle because that cat got me a little bit disoriented. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Not even gonna lie to you. Let's see. Let's look at Leo. What is the message for Leo? What is the message for Leo? Sag, this is kind of like calling someone out for cheating, but knowing that you've been cheating this whole time. Like, I don't know, maybe cheating is a thing. Maybe it has something to do with cheating. I don't know, but it's kind of like you pointing the finger at somebody for something that you've been doing. So I don't know that I don't know. I know I'm on Leo. This could be a message for Leo. It doesn't have to be, but I was still stuck on this Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this week you guys may be a little bit delusional, and I'm supposed to be here to let y'all know that y'all cannot point the finger if y'all are in the same position of the person that you're pointing the finger at. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's go to Leo. Let's go to Leo. What is the message for Leo this week? What is this about for Leo? I don't know, because Sag, okay, back again with Sag. You point the finger, you got 3 fingers. These 3 fingers are actually pointing back at you. When you point the finger, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you. So, I'm so sorry, y'all, but I just, that had me, Summerland, Summerland, so clumsy. Okay. Alright. Leo. We got the Judgment in reverse. So Leo, some of you guys are calling judgment on something. Maybe you're saying it's not going to work, it's impossible, it's not real. But anything's possible if you really want it to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at one point they said that flying in the air was impossible, and then they created planes, right? So, I don't know, it just kind of feels like you guys are passing judgment on something that's not accurate, or it's not like, you know, the end all be all, and there's actually more to the story. There's actually more to it. It's more possibility than you think. So open your mind up to the creativity of not shutting something down right away, or being so judgmental on something from a negative or a non-productive space. But yes, that's your message, fire signs. Thank you so much for watching. That was a hard one, but yeah, hopefully you guys have a better week than me interpreting this Sagittarius. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I digress. Love you guys. Bye.